Yes.
All right, we're live. We live.
Twitter.
Full effect. You feel me?
We
I'm
live where
I'm
on YouTube.
we're right now we're live on YouTube and Twitch. You can't do it on Instagram. Instagram has their own live. Like you could only do it through their app. I got to set up the Twitter. We could go live on Twitter too, but right now it's just YouTube and Twitch.
All right. Come on, get
Yeah, I don't know what just happened, but it's cool. But yeah, man.
Damn
Gotta
dog.
be live in full
Dog out
effect.
there.
I think he's kicking Tyson out the room.
Huh?
Oh no, he's kicking Rocky out the room.
Yeah, because
Mix
Rocky
them
gonna
up.
cause problems.
Yeah, I had to kick the dog out the room, bro. Barking up the storm. So what's going on? We live in effect, live from Kings County. I'm Marcus Benjamin. He's Wesley Pierre. It's the MarcWes Sports Podcast, baby. And you already know what it is. You see the background, you see the hat, you see us all dolphined out because
Mhm.
who is 3-0? The Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. We're actually number one for real. We're
Yes,
number
sir.
one, undefeated. We beat the Bills last Sunday in
Mm-hmm.
dramatic fashion. Oh my God, my heart almost stopped at the end there, and it was crazy, a crazy game, crazy outcome. I mean, I don't know what to say. I mean, the Dolphins are 3-0. I had no idea. I'm not gonna say that I saw it coming. I'm not gonna be
I
that.
did.
I don't think you even saw 3-0 coming. Come on,
I said
let's
we was
be
gonna be
real.
3-1. Like it's documented. I said we were gonna be 3-1. You said 1-3. Yes, your boy Westerdamus is back, and yes, people want to hear from Westerdamus because he's like, damn, boy, Westerdamus would have been winning me all type of bread right now if I would have went ahead and just listened to him, boy, and not Marcus Benjamin. But Marcus is back into the light right now. You feel me? And we both are feeling good. You see the background over here, 305. You feel what I'm saying? Um, I just feel so good. Like I said last time, I just feel good. And I was feeling good after the two games. Them two games after Baltimore and beating the evil empire and the New England Patriots. It made me feel good. Now I'm feeling great right now. I'm feeling great.
Huh?
Can't nobody tell me shit. You feel me? I'm feeling hella great right now because I'm like, damn, I've been here. You feel me? I'm not on the bandwagon. I've been on the wagon. You feel me? I've been a touring on.
You've been
You feel me?
driving. You was driving the wagon.
You damn right. I was driving the damn boat. Let me drive the boat. That's what they was asking. I'm driving the boat now. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, looking at that game was incredible, man. Like you said,
Classic.
classic game. But I did feel some type of way in the end because I'm like, here we go again. We're gonna find a way to lose the game, especially with the butt fumble. Oh my god, not butt fumble, butt punt. You feel me? The crazy thing is, Mark Sanchez had mentioned something about don't try to steal my lane. This is my lane because you got the butt fumble. You feel me? It's just like one of these things that you always want to go ahead and see with the Miami Dolphins and any sport team in Miami where there's adversity and you see that they didn't break. We bend, but we don't break. You feel me? It's kind of like rock block. You feel me? With Central, we bend, but we don't break. I know we speaking on the national football team, the Miami Dolphins, but yes, it feels good. I'll let you go on because I'm in awe right now. You feel me?
No, it feels great, man. I mean that's what I want to see, just raw emotion on this podcast, and man, just watching the whole thing. From beginning to end, they were always in it. You never felt like they didn't have a chance in this game. It was a back and forth battle, like you thought it would be. Josh Allen is that guy, bro. He is that guy, and we almost put him out the game himself because he was starting to take some hits towards the end of that game, and yeah, man. But hey, what you got to say about Tua getting knocked out of this game and then coming back? He came up wobbly, He was obviously wobbly.
It was his back. It was his back.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, that's what they say, but it seemed like it was a concussion. That's what it seemed like. But
That's like
he cleared the protocol. Obviously, they have to do protocol now in the NFL. It's not like somebody can say, "Hey, I'm good. I want to get back in the game." You have
exactly, and they got
you have to clear
independent
the protocol.
medical. They don't just got the Dolphins on medical staff. They got an independent medical individual in partnership with the Dolphins or any other organization going through the protocol. So, like, I don't want to hear on ESPN or everywhere else. I see the league already opening an investigation on the Miami Dolphins. They just hate us. Our owner can't even celebrate with us right now. He can't even come to his own damn stadium. You feel me? This is the bullshit that we've been talking about. You feel me? It obviously was a back injury. Tua said it. The damn coach said it. So why would I think that they're lying?
That's what we're going with, and that's what we're gonna roll with. I mean, it was a back injury. You could definitely be wobbly from a back injury, or whatnot. If as long as he cleared the protocol, yeah, he didn't seem like he missed a beat at all in that second half. It's not like he was making bad throws or bad decisions or anything like that. He was calling the plays as normal. So, Tua, totally different player this year, bro. He's in a zone. And this is a game that Tyreek Hill didn't really go off.
Don't need
It,
to.
it was more about Jalen Waddle and some of the other receivers that I didn't even know, like 84. I don't even know who that was catching balls over there, and Gesicki didn't really go off either. This was, I mean, obviously the Bills have a good defense. They're just a good team overall. It's going to be a good game as well when we play them in Buffalo the next time. Yeah, but for right now, Dolphins are in first place, baby.
Exactly.
We're in first place in the AFC, not just the AFC East, but the AFC. So if the playoffs started today, the Miami Dolphins would be the number one seed with home field advantage throughout the AFC playoffs.
Yes.
And have a first round bye. So it's crazy because, and when you look at the other uh, teams, the other contenders, they haven't beaten the caliber of teams that we've beaten. They haven't beaten the Patriots. Patriots are always a tough team, no matter who's the quarterback. And then you beat Lamar Jackson, the Baltimore Ravens, who Lamar Jackson is having an MVP type of season
They're gonna have to pay
this
that.
year. And yeah, he needs to get that bread. That's like another topic for another story, but another day. I mean, but he needs to get that bread like now, because if he gets injured, it's gonna be sad for him. Because
What about if he don't?
Yeah.
What about if he don't and he's still balling like we've been seeing? He was balling against when we played him, and he balled on New England, the evil empire, the other day. So, like, people talking about 250 million guaranteed. There's probably gonna be 300 guaranteed, because my boy is showing you he could do it in the pocket and he could run. Like, come on, man.
He definitely deserves it. Hopefully he works things out, because he's got his mom representing him as an agent. I think that is the issue, because if he had a real agent, he would have been had that deal. Let's be honest.
I really
had that deal.
Probably, but ultimately, at the end of the day, it's really what he want. Because if the agents come with an offer and he say, "Oh, I'm not accepting it," then it's gonna be the same thing. I mean, if I know that this boy that got all these allegations got 250 million guaranteed, then I know I got 250 million guaranteed. I mean, I could get that or a little bit more. So for him, hey, go ahead and keep doing what you're doing. The only reason why we're talking about you is because you from South Florida. You know what I'm saying? Because right now it's all about the 305 and the damn Miami Dolphins. But again, LJ, we're going to give you your props and give you your due, because you from the crib, and when it comes from the crib, we're going to always support the crib. So
yeah, I think he would have a deal if he had a real agent. But anyway, so we beat Baltimore Ravens and Lamar Jackson, and then we beat the Buffalo Bills, who everybody was crowning as they going to go to the Super Bowl. They out here dominating teams or whatnot, and people were favored to beat the Dolphins in that Miami Heat, which they obviously couldn't deal with very well. They were cramping up,
melting.
They were,
Melting.
they were
We're
cramping up. They had to
melting.
bring their own cooling system, and that still didn't work. So, I mean, overall, I'm just really impressed with the Dolphins. Just overall coaching, I thought, I thought the play calling was on point. I thought the defensive play calling was on point. Like I felt like they were blitzing at the right time, not blitzing at the right time. They're opportunistic. They got another fumble recovery, deep in Buffalo territory, and they didn't pull. I hate to say this about the Dolphins, but they didn't pull a Dolphins. You know what I mean? Because the Dolphins always find a way to lose
They
games.
tried to. They tried.
Yeah, they always find a way to lose games, and I think this is what you referred to. It almost happened like towards the end, like after that stop before the last stop. I thought this was over. I thought, okay, game is over. We stopped them, fourth down, it's over, right? And then we almost give up a safety on the first play, the running play, and then the passing play was almost a pick six, bro. It was so close to being a pick six. If Buddy turns around and sees the ball is tipped, he could have caught
Almost
it,
doesn't count.
and that could be a touchdown. And then they punt the ball. They kick. We already talked to the butt punt. You know what I'm saying? I seen it happen. As soon as it happened, I was like, he kicked it off his ass. I seen it as soon as it happened. I was like, he kicked that shit off of his ass. It's crazy. So, but that was probably the better thing to happen because the announcer was actually saying it before the punt happened. It's like, oh, they better off taking the safety. And luckily, that punt went out of the end zone and wasn't recovered again for a touchdown, which would have been backbreaking. But then the defense comes through again. I thought they didn't call that holding penalty. I was screaming at the TV, bro. I was screaming at the TV. I was like, yo, they ain't gonna call that hold right there. And I didn't see the flag thing until like later on. I was like, oh, thank goodness they did call the hold. They're not trying to cheat on us this time. And to be honest, that was pretty much the difference of the game, that holding call.
Yeah, that holding call was which we needed. You feel me? Like, yeah, piggybacking off what you're saying, with the Dolphins almost doing what the Dolphins do. But again, almost doesn't count in the MarcWes Sports podcast. So it happened the way it was supposed to happen, because imagine we would have just punt the ball without having a safety. They would have had time. It's like all the little time that we wasted running those plays and almost getting a safety with the running play, almost getting a pick six, the butt punt, all that took time from the actual clock. So just the plain fact that they didn't have that 1 second that they needed to spike the ball in the end is like it was meant to be. It was supposed to happen the way it happened. As far as what I've been saying for the longest, people are scared of the Miami Dolphins. They talk shit about the Miami Dolphins, but they're scared. Why is that? Because 20 minutes off the clock when it came to the Ravens. Now you got the ball and y'all wasting all this time too. I mean, another individual's probably going to say, well, they're just doing what Tom Brady normally do. They get first downs and they continue to drive. But for me, I'm just like, it looked like y'all wasted time for me, because Tua over it showed on the TV. It said the Dolphins, the offense haven't been out in like 20, 30 minutes. 20, 30 minutes just chilling. And that just shows how our defense are acclimated to the weather. For them to go 30 minutes without jumping on the bench and dying and melting like these other individuals that's cramping, it just shows the actual strength and conditioning that the Miami Dolphins have. It shows that the testicular fortitude that our damn Dolphins have. And it shows what like Tua have. People saying that he don't got no guts. People saying that he ain't about that life. My dog done supposedly got a concussion and came back. We know it's a back injury, but he done came back. Anybody else would have stayed in the locker room. He came back, and what he kept doing, he kept slanging that thing. He kept slanging that whopper-dang-a-lang. You feel me? My dog just kept hitting receiver after receiver. Of course, it don't need to be Tyreek Hill, but when you have an individual like Waddle that's Tyreek Hill 2.0, then why not throw it to that dog? Everybody doubling Tyreek Hill. But again, what we've been saying and what the Miami Dolphins and general manager have been doing, they got nothing but speed. We're the track team. That individual, I forgot what his name is. I didn't even know his name, and I didn't even know he was on the team. And I'm still trying to have a hard time saying his name because
What are you talking about?
That wide receiver that got caught the touchdown, Cameron something.
Oh yeah. That's the one I can't figure out who he is either.
I'm like, I don't know where you came from, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because you did what you were supposed to do. You came into the game and you did your thing. There was another dude last week in defense, Kahu or something. Nobody knew him, and he's doing his thing. I mean, we got crossing. What, you a rookie? What are you? You know, because Byron Jones is out, and I'm thinking that the defense is gonna look suspect. Look suspect in the beginning, not of this game, but in the season. And now look at them. This is the same Dolphins that they went ahead and signed everybody. Everybody on defense, bring that ass over here, boy. We need you back. We need you back to do the same shit that your ass was doing last year. And we're going to go ahead and put an O-line in front of Tua. What I've been saying, give my dog some damn time, and he's going to go ahead and drop them dimes. And that's exactly what he's been dropping dimes, shitting on everybody. And you know the funny thing is, I look at ESPN, and they're giving excuses for the Buffalo Bills. Another thing that was getting me hot was
what excuses?
Oh, the heat. Oh,
that's home field advantage. What are you talking about?
Exactly, because damn, motherfuckers saying, oh, when we go to Buffalo, now it's cold. And we got to deal with that element over there. So, like, I don't like that. If we play in Denver, we got to play Mile High. You probably going to get a little tired because the air level is completely different. This is what you got to do. You got to capitalize on the home field. I love who built that damn stadium. Whoever put that shit on the top, where we in the shade and they over here melting like a crayon, melting like the Wicked Witch of the East. Look, I'm loving it because I'm like, damn, everybody on IVs, everybody dying. But what I didn't like was why they was in charge with a timeout.
What you talking about?
It's not our fault that y'all can't get acclimated to the heat. Y'all over here dying and cramping. Y'all got to keep calling timeout. It can't be, injury timeout it's not an injury. Y'all just tired. It's not an injury. You're tired. It needs to be a timeout that's being called because it makes no sense. You're messing up our momentum. You're messing up the flow. You're catching your breath. Y'all taking away the home field advantage from us if you're just going to let them just lie down on the floor and they're not injured and they just tired. No, that should be a timeout. But again, this is what they do with the damn Miami Dolphins because if we go in cold damn weather, they're not going to call timeout because we're cold. They're not. Yeah, so the NFL and the Miami Dolphins need to run their mouth to the league and say, yo, y'all taking away our home field advantage. If you land these people just pretend like they're injured, which some of them did, or
I think they was really injured. I think they was really cramping up.
Exactly. So if you cramping, then you need to get out the damn game. Everybody, like how many? So you saying that everybody on the team, you got like 5-6 dudes cramping on the field. So you saying that it shouldn't be a timeout being spent? Maybe one time, one guy, cool. The whole damn team is cramping. Y'all need to call timeout if y'all need some water, if y'all need to cool your ass down. Y'all need to call timeout.
I think within 2 minutes they start charging timeouts for that. But you know, hey, it is what it is, man. I mean, when I'm watching high school football games, I mean, guaranteed at least 5 kids cramping, at least a game. So, but that usually doesn't happen in the NFL. But that South Florida Heat is serious, man. And yeah, I think whoever designed that stadium and whoever thought about putting us in the shade definitely gives us an advantage against these up north teams. I mean, I do also want to talk about Xavier Howard, man. Xavier Howard he was getting dogged at first. I'm not gonna lie. Stephon Diggs is the real deal. He's one of the best receivers in the league. Based on his performance, especially if you matched up against Xavier Howard and you still eating. But when it came down to the critical moments at the end, our boy X came through. Yeah, he came through a couple of times with some pass breakups, that one in the end zone, especially. But Josh Allen, man, he killed us with that run, bro. Like those runs were driving me insane. Like, because we were doing everything right. Coverage was on point. We was getting pressure, but he would just find the little crease and then he'll make a little move, a little shimmy, and he'll find a way to get a first down. So that's something that we definitely got to look out for in that second game. But otherwise, man, it was a great day to be a Miami Dolphins fan. Just to watch that game. I was going off for a good, 30 minutes to an hour just about my team and how they came through and won that game. And it was just my cousin called me from New York, and I had to tell him about the Dolphins. Man, it's like it was just a great moment because
Yeah, definitely. You feel me?
even
Like,
with last week was a great moment. Last week was one of the greatest Dolphins games for them to come back. How many touchdowns there were, and now you get to beat the Buffalo Bills, the top dog in the AFC East. I mean, it's time to drink Kool-Aid. If you had any hesitation on drinking the Tua Kool-Aid, go ahead and drink it right now because this team has enough to make it. Now, what does still worry me though is what do I always say, Wes?
availability.
Availability is the best ability. And we saw Tua go out for a little while. And what do we see come in? Teddy Bridgewater looked like he didn't know the offense. You know what I'm saying? That's what it looked like. I know it may be different. He probably knows it very well, but Teddy is not Tua. And so I am very concerned. I'm still very concerned with Tua. I mean, kudos to Tua coming back in the game and doing what he did.
But
But
after a cheap shot,
I think it was.
you had to give him that extra push. The ball been out his hand.
I mean, it was a penalty, but I wouldn't say it's like a cheap shot. Cheap shot would be like something really dirty. It was on a borderline. It was late and it was flagged, whatever. But at the same time, I still worry about his health, bro. I still worry about Tua's health going through this entire season unscathed because if he does get hurt and he does have to miss significant time, I'm a little worried about this offense, man, because I'm worried about Teddy because he looked a little suspect when he got in there.
Man, ain't nobody worried about Teddy, man. Because look, man, we you remember that rookie that we got that we didn't want to trade? That people saying, "Oh, you normally don't have 3 quarterbacks on." I seen you on the Northwestern game actually trying to be a head coach. I think that's why you're here. You came here to collect the damn check. You came here to play for your damn home team, and you came here to retire. That's what I think, because the few plays that I seen from you, I'm like, all right, let me see what Teddy got going on. Because after Tua went out, I'm like, ain't no pressure. We got Teddy. You come in, I'm like, oh, man, we looking crazy. We looking like TVD right now. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, the hell up. You feel me? What is going on over here? Thank God, second half, Tua, the almighty Tua, came back. And I'm not worried about his availability, because at the end of the day, man, they're doing it with a O-line that they're playing musical chairs already in the season, and they're still holding up. We're doing the same thing with our starting second corner, Byron Jones, out, and we're still doing this on defense. Raekwon Davis was out, still balling. I love the plain fact that we got Melvin Ingram. I love the plain fact that we got what they call it, Flowers. These individuals, because I'm like, damn, what makes me feel some type of way though? I'm looking at Greg Rousseau. I'm like, damn, your ass supposed to be a Dolphins, and Jalen Phillips, your ass supposed to be in the Buffalo Bills, because it seems like you're always a half step late. You're always somewhere where you're not supposed to be.
Wasn't it him who drew that holding penalty?
I think it was. But still, regardless of the fact, that's one play, man. That's one play. I'm talking about as a collective, man. You're our first round pick. You're like a top 15 pick, first round. And I ain't really hearing from you, man. You see Greg Rousseau, man, he all over the place. I think come on, man. Greg Rousseau is already having a great year. Reason I'm talking about him, he's from the Canes as well. I could talk shit about that because we definitely not giving no praise to anybody in Buffalo. But everybody that came from South Florida, Singletary, all the people that you was talking about, Marcus, everybody that you was talking about when you say, yeah, they play high school here, this, I'm like, damn, all they ass is balling. Every last one of them. That's what you get when your ass know about the Benjamin Report and CanesCounty.com. Like, Marcus going to give it to you raw. But I didn't even know these individuals that was on the actual team. And you see him, Singletary, going crazy, going bonkers. You feel me? I'm just like, as long as we win, as long as we win, as long as we win. You know what I'm saying?
Zach Moss had a good run too.
Exactly.
The young boy from Hollandale, he had a nice little run. I didn't see much of James Cook in the game, but I did see Greg.
He had a pass and play. He had a pass and play. I think it was like a 15-yard passing play or something like that. I was just like, oh man, of course.
Yeah. Hey, but man, 3-0, man. 3-0, man. I still can't believe it. So we on to the next game, and the spotlight is on us because it's Thursday night. Thursday night football game against Cincinnati Bengals, who went to the Super Bowl last year, and this is a prove it moment, another prove it moment for Tua, because he's often compared to two quarterbacks now. His generation is compared to Justin Herbert and Joe Burrow. That's like his class of who we're going to compare Tua to for the rest of his career. And Joe Burrow obviously, made it to the Super Bowl last year, but started off rocky this season with 2 losses, but then bounced back last week with a win over the lowly Jets. But now he plays the Miami Dolphins. We do travel up there to Cincinnati to play them. Usually road teams on a short week usually don't do well because I think you get only 1 day of real practice and you have to travel. It's just if you look at the historical, I don't know what the spread is, but I'm pretty sure they're going to probably favor Cincinnati to win because Vegas is haters. I'm gonna look that up. But while I look that up, what are your first thoughts on Miami versus?
You know what I'm gonna say. We're gonna whoop that ass, tap that ass, beat that ass the same way we've been whooping everybody else's ass that actually play us. And I know everybody gonna be like, y'all didn't whoop their ass, y'all just won. Nobody cares about that. You feel me? We won the damn game. You feel me? And I get to talk shit however I want to talk shit. Now, as far as with this game with the Bengals, I think
Cincinnati is favored 3.5.
Who cares? You know why? Because damn, I don't see that O-line blocking for his ass. Burrow. Shit, you just came back from an injury? Oh shit. It look like it's gonna be more injuries coming along because you just been getting hit all damn day. And not just that, but what happened to that other guy? That guy that played in Chicago for the Chargers with the rib injury? Oh my God, did he get his ass mudded the other day? Oh my God. How come nobody's saying that about that guy too? Herbert, what happened? When Tua, his hip was not 100%. You gotta, when you put on that suit and you jump on the field, you gotta produce. And that's what everybody said? Yes. So now I do not want to hear it. I do not want to hear about Burrow not having an O-line. Nobody said shit about Tua when he had no O-line and he get hit, not having no time in the damn pocket, and he got to dink and dunk, and he can't throw these bombs that you're seeing now. So damn, what that says now about Tua, like, that's a real smart quarterback. I do not have time in the pocket. Let me dunk it to somebody that's 5 yards, and then we're gonna make something out of nothing. Because now you see that I have time. You're seeing these 50-yard bombs, 60-yard bombs. I thought I had a noodle arm. Oh my God, what is going on over here? So Burrow,
I think it has partly to do with the offense, though. I think the offensive scheme, the whole head coach is a big difference for him too. They're letting them be loose out there.
Yeah, exactly. Of course, because I told you that before. Like, I mean, the head coach didn't like my dog Tua. How you supposed to be successful? It's like being in a relationship that the girl don't want to be with your ass. It's gonna fail. What the hell is going on over here? So back to the damn game, Burrow. You seen that my dog Wilkins, that's a captain of the team, my dog Holland, that looked like he almost had an interception or 2 interceptions. Then you had, this is what's going to happen. You're playing one of the best defenses in the game. X-Man, he looks suspect at times, but again, like I told you, it doesn't matter. You're human. You're gonna make mistakes. Somebody gonna beat you. Like, it's not like Dion. Like, it's not those days no more. You feel me? Or Revis. Like, it's not those days no more. And not just that, but I don't mind. I don't mind them attacking my dog X-Man, because it looked like he had a almost had a pick this game as well. Everybody almost had a pick. You know what I'm saying? Our other safety Jones almost had a pick. Holland almost had a pick. X-Man almost had a pick.
Holland
But
should have had
almost
that
doesn't-
pick at the end, bro. Oh my god, because I was thinking the whole time like that's gonna be the thing that's gonna haunt us at the end. Devon Holland not making
keep
that
trying to
interception.
attack our ass, and we're gonna go ahead and handle that ass the way we've been handling that ass to everybody else. So for me, this game, this is what's going to happen. This is not the key to the game. This is what's going to happen. The Miami Dolphins is going to come in. The defense is going to be a little shaky because, again, remember, like I told you, those individuals 30 minutes without getting off the football field. The defense, I know they hella tired. Offense probably going to look way better than the defense in this game because of the, people, the fatigue. Yeah, like Marcus, you just said, like you probably got like one game to like bounce back, then it comes to practice, and then Thursday, boom, we're back to the next one. So for me, this game basically says that, or I say Westradamus, the defense, the D line is gonna be all in Burrow's chest. We're gonna dig a burrow into his chest, and also what I can say is the Miami Dolphins will continue doing what they're doing. We may not be as explosive. It doesn't matter, but we're going to find a way to win the game. And that's all that matters. I don't care if it's a score 7-10. I don't care. I don't care if it's 9-8. I don't give a fuck. Me, what I care about is this feeling that I'm feeling right now. This feeling that when I walk anywhere and I have my Dolphin jersey on, I don't need to look down. I could hold my head up high. You feel me? And be like, yeah, Tua is my quarterback. That's my quarterback. That's my team. That's my quarterback. You feel me? That's what I want to go ahead and always do. Because my whole thing is, look, I just want to always be in contention. Knowing that, because our team, the Miami Heat, they just had their media day today, but they haven't won a championship in years, but we feel like we're in contention every year. That's all I want for the Dolphins.
Yeah.
Because there's only one team that can win the damn game. But when it comes every year and you don't know who the quarterback is, the O-line is trash. Like there's always some type of dysfunction. And it seems like that dysfunction is withering away from the Miami Dolphins. Continue that, because that's all I want to do. I want to feel proud. That 305 in the background you see, I want to. Well, I always rep it, Dade County all day 305, but I want to be
repping hard.
Huh?
Now we repping hard though.
Oh yeah, we definitely repping hard. And again, like we said, we love the hate. We don't want y'all to acknowledge us right now. That's more motivation. That's gonna, if we acknowledge or the media acknowledge the Miami Dolphins right now, some people probably gonna be like, oh, damn boy, we finally getting seen. All right, I'm good. No. I want you to be like, these bitch ass niggas is not over here saluting me, what I've been doing. I got an interception. It's now on ESPN. We dogging the best team in the NFL, and they saying, oh, it was because of the Heat. Not because we playing in the same damn Heat. Oh, we don't have enough time. We playing with the same amount of time. I'm tired of hearing the excuses, but I love the excuses because that's going to motivate my dogs that put that jersey on. And
yeah, definitely. This game's gonna be a tough one though, because not because it's a tough opponent, but like I said, it's a short week, and you're traveling all the way to Cincinnati. It's gonna be a little chilly. It's gonna be different atmosphere, for the Dolphins. But it's gonna be another game where Tua needs to make plays and continue to do what he's been doing, and not make mistakes. The one thing that I really like from Tua, well, there was a lot of things that I like from Tua, but one of the things I like was the fact that he knew when to throw it away and he knew when to take a sack. And he didn't have these sometimes Tua, even earlier this season, he had some of these moments where he's like about to get sacked and he's throwing the ball, those type of plays you got to Tua's got to minimize from now on the go forward, and he seemed to do that in that game, which was key to the victory. And he's got to continue that in a game against Cincinnati. Cincinnati's got a decent defense, running game, receivers. They got the quarterback in Joe Burrow, and they're trying to get back on track too. Like some other teams in the league. So I see why Miami's not why Miami's not favored in the game because of those factors. But at the same time, Tyreek, I know, feels some kind of way about not really being involved in that last game. So I think it's going to be a Tyreek game as long as you get him involved, get him the ball in space, and it could be something simple like a jet sweep or like a screenplay, bubble screen, little quick slant, something to just kind of get him going and loosen up the defense. And if that happens, then I could see the Dolphins walking away with another victory here because Cincinnati kind of crumbled in some moments earlier this season against Pittsburgh, and I forgot who the other team that they played, but it's definitely a winnable game for the Miami Dolphins. And if they start off 4-0, man, I mean, people are going to start forgetting about the Hurricanes altogether, especially with the performance that they put up last weekend. It's like we completely switched from being all on the Hurricanes throughout this offseason and after the first two games, and then now with the Dolphins winning against Baltimore, it's like every you realize who really owns the town, and that's really the Miami Dolphins. They just been sorry for I don't know how long that they haven't really had a chance to kind of take over the city like the Heat and Hurricanes have. So it was a fun game to watch, that Bills game, but I want to see it continue. And I think everything about this coach, like I like, he's got the swag, he's funny in these press conferences, he's cool, calm, collective. He was out there trying to challenge a lot of plays out there. He is willing to go for it on fourth down. He has an aggressive style with calling the offense, and they go deep, which everybody likes. When your quarterback is going deep and your wide receivers are running under the football. So it's exciting football to watch. Running back play has been kind of top notch as well, with Edmonds being really the lead back and with Mostert backing him up. And the defense has been playing, it's been up and down, but they come through when they need to. Just like Shaq said, I make the free throws when they count. The defense has been making plays when they count, and I wouldn't bet against the Dolphins right now. You know what I'm saying? Even though they're not favored to win this game, I would take those points. I would take those 3.5 points, and I think the Dolphins come out and win this game close. It's going to be a close game.
Score.
I'm going to say a simple one, 24-21.
Okay. I'll say, well, before I say my score, like, I ain't worried about us always being the underdog. I don't think any of these last 4 games the Dolphins was favored to win. I don't even think they favored us to win with the New England game. Everybody was talking about Mac Jones and shit. Even though we know that the New England Patriots, they're suspect this year. So that's one. As far as if we go ahead and win this game, Marcus, like, do you know the next 4 games? We got the Jets. Garbage. That's a win. Minnesota Vikings is probably the only one that probably will give us some type of problems, but I wouldn't.
That's going to be a win.
You feel me? I think that's a win too. Same thing when it comes to Pittsburgh. I think that's a win. Then we play Detroit Lions. That is a win. We play the Bears. That is a win.
I don't know about Detroit. Detroit is actually kind of good this year.
Shit, if that head coach go ahead and keep making them same mistakes that he did last week, you feel me? Meaning trying to go for the field goal instead of putting it in your quarterback hand so he could deliver, like the other head coach, rookie head coach, did with Russell Wilson, you got to put it in your guys' hands. You feel me? You can't depend on special teams. Something's always going to happen, always. In regards to when it comes to teams that historically always find a way to lose. Those teams, something's going to happen with the special teams, with the kick, something. So for me, I think the Dolphins going to go ahead and win this. It's going to be a close game. You know, the whole matchup is going to be Tua versus Burrow. The Dolphins wanted to move up and give picks to move up a few slots to go ahead and get Burrow, and we didn't. They didn't get Justin Herbert. This is the battle of the quarterbacks. The battle. I know there are always nuances that they're going to go throw out there. Oh, yeah. The Miami Dolphins are going to go ahead and win this game 24-20. And I think that the Miami Dolphins are going to go ahead and do this thing. Why? Because the Miami Dolphins feel like me. They feel happy. They feel good. After every week, you know, it's a victory. I mean, if we feel good, imagine what their families are feeling. You know, because some people, when they got drafted and came to the Miami Dolphins, people are like, y'all just going to collect a check. Y'all going to lose. Yeah. Remember, like I told you last year, the first 8 games, we lost every damn one of them. And I'm like, damn, when the hell we going to go ahead and win? But we're going to win this game. I mean, I don't really have too much to say about us winning the game because, look, our O-line on point, their O-line is not on point. Both of us have a good defense, but I think our defense is better. Both of us have a quarterback. Yeah, your quarterback may be bigger, maybe supposedly better, may have more testicular fortitude.
You like that? You said that twice already.
Yes, because I'm thinking about the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, right now, because we're breaking people's hearts right now. You feel what I'm saying? The Miami Dolphins. You see how they was leaving the stadium?
Yeah, you see Josh Allen crying on
crying on Tua, like, yeah, come on, baby, it's okay, man.
I don't know what that was about.
You. Did you see Ken Dorsey going crazy? He was going crazy.
Yes. Oh, that thing was hilarious, man.
Come on, man.
It was hilarious.
He's on Oni and Dade. He's on NFL Memes. He's on ESPN. He's on the MarcWes Sports Podcast, and everybody else that went ahead and reposted that because it was just amazing.
He's our guy, though. He's our, Ken Dorsey. He's our guy. He led the 2001 Miami Hurricanes to possibly the greatest team ever. Not possibly, the greatest team ever in college football. Yes. Our boy, Ken Dorsey. But it was hilarious to kind of see him just go off and have a tantrum in the press box. And the fact that the camera caught that, I'm sure that happens, been happening for years in the coach's box. It's just now they got cameras everywhere. And he just destroyed the tablet, destroyed everything. But I can understand that frustration because that's how frustrated I used to feel basically after every game as a Dolphins fan. Just so to see someone else go off while we win, I was like, "Woo!" It was like it was a breath of fresh air just to kind of see him have a tantrum up there in the box.
Hopefully his ass gets so mad and he like, damn, man, I want to come back to the Canes because they need a damn lift right now with our offense. But yeah, man, we're gonna do our damn thing, man. And people gonna find something else to say. Trust me, Marcus. Watch. Mark my words. We're gonna win the game.
MarcWes, your words.
You feel me? This is what's gonna happen. We're gonna win the game. And ESPN and everybody else gonna find some type of other excuse for Cincinnati Bengals. They're gonna say it's the O-line. They're gonna say something because that's what they do to us. Yes, we know the beaches, the women, the weather. We know y'all hate us. It's all good. You feel me? Yeah. Now y'all gonna find another reason to hate us now, and it's the Miami Dolphins. So it is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is, man. Let's shift gears here, bro. I know all this great emotion from the Dolphins is great. It was awesome, but thankfully it did happen because the day before was a nightmare for the Miami Hurricanes. An absolute nightmare.
I don't want to remember.
I mean, being in the press box and just kind of, we were just looking around like, is this a dream? Is this happening? You know, like, is this really happening? Is 17-3 in the first quarter? What? It's like 31-10 to who? To who? Middle Tennessee State.
And we had to give him a check.
$4 million. I heard. Like,
God.
yo, Middle Tennessee State. No one in their right mind, no one except for the players on that team, thought they were gonna win against the Miami Hurricanes, and it was one of the most disappointing, disheartening, devastating, use whatever adjective you want, loss at home. Especially, we didn't even touch on this before on the last podcast, but with Tyler Van Dyke, right, saying that he likes playing away games because it's a better college environment, better college atmosphere. You seen
That's
that?
what he said?
Yeah, he said that. He said that like he said that like on a podcast. And it came out. There's a story on CanesCounty.com. We talked about it. But yeah, he said he'd rather there's really no college atmosphere at home games for him. He said that before this game, and he said he likes playing away games, better than home games. Now,
so why you lost?
First off, let's call it what it is. Miami's home games are not really college atmospheres. It's a pro stadium, and it's 40,000 at most that are at games that are not named Florida State, Notre Dame, Florida, or any top 10 team. That's what we come out to see, really. On a day like Middle Tennessee State, who wants to go out there because there's no benefit? And I think that's what's wrong with that is what was wrong with the Miami Hurricanes going into this game, because one, there's no benefit in this game. One, you're paying a team to play you. Two, if you don't blow them out, it's a disappointment. You lose, even worse. So as a fan, you're going there just to hope that they blow the team out, and you can just be in the confines of your own home watching it in air conditioning instead of the heat. So kudos to all the diehard fans that go to the games or whatnot. Yeah, every town needs those 40,000 fans that are going to be there every Saturday. And just because you're not at a football game doesn't mean that you're not a diehard fan. So I just wanted to put that out there first. And then the fact that he comes out there, first throw, interception. He locked in. I'm watching it from behind him. He locked in on the receiver, Mallory, the whole time. He never looked away. And the defender was just like, he just came up. It was almost like he was surprised that the ball was coming to him. Second throw, tip ball, interception, pick six. His first two throws are interceptions. Like, it's very hard to win a game anywhere in football when your first two throws from your quarterback, one's an interception, the next one is a pick six. He just looked horrible the entire time he was on the field. And the fans here, we have no mercy. We were booing after the second series, calling for Garcia, chants for Garcia. Mm-hmm. And he just continued to stink it up for that first half. I mean, he was able to. It was more so of Henry Parrish getting runs. Henry Parrish is a dog, man. Henry Parrish and Xavier Restrepo, to me, are the two MVPs on offense for the team. They're the one who's consistently producing when they're on the field. So he, ends up scoring a touchdown on one of Tyler Van Dyke's drives, but he still looked bad. He looked out of sorts. Last year, he was in an offense where he didn't really have to go through reads or progression so much. It was kind of a quick offense, high tempo. always in shotgun. It's spread offense. It's all about getting players in space so they can make plays. And he thrived in that offense. Rhett Lashley, recruited him to be in this offense. And now you have a new offensive coordinator, Josh Gaddis, which is it's more of a pro style offense. Where it's about, the blitz is coming from, going through your reads, the progressions. And he just had a really tough time with this offense. And he lost some money. With these past couple of weeks, he's lost a lot of money. And it's going to now be a battle for the quarterback spot, because in mid-game or mid-third quarter, which is probably a little bit too late to put Jake Garcia in, Jake Garcia gets in the game, and he looks like a normal quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
He's connected with Keyshawn Smith, of all receivers, down the field. He was actually making Will Mallory look good, who's been suspect pretty much this whole season.
Yeah, like why you came back?
Right. He probably should have left last year, but he was going to be the guy, which he is, but he's not showing up. Like, how many drop balls did he have? I don't know, but it was too many for any Hurricane fans liking. So he gets in the game and he starts to move the offense a little bit. But there were some moments where he didn't execute as well. But I don't put that on Jake Garcia. You just put him in the game for the first time. Of course, he's going to make some mistakes, but he did help score some touchdowns.
He still looked better than TVD.
He definitely did. He graded out better on Pro Football Focus as well. You can see that story on CanesCounty.com. And then when they don't convert on fourth down and goal to Will Mallory, again, who drops the ball and didn't even get into a point where he could score. I don't even know why he was in that place. The next play, they get bombed, bro. Yo, they got bombed 4 times in this game.
Yep.
98 yards, 72 yards, 28 yards. I think the other one was like 40-something yards. 4 times you get bombed. And that 98-yarder was clearly a DJ Ivy just got beat straight up. This was like
coach's fault though, man.
This is
y'all got that. Y'all got them.
So disappointing to see all around, bro.
But come on, man. Like, you can't look. I ain't really like Ivy as much. I think they went ahead and attacked Ivy because Ivy was saying that they got one of the best secondaries in the damn college football prior to the actual game. That's one. 2. Okay, yeah, people gonna get beat. You seen X-Men in the NFL get beat. That's gonna happen. But what I don't understand in regards to our
the players I even heard of. I know you haven't heard of, but players that I don't even know. Nobody knows. Some guy named Chase Cunningham was out there looking like Tom Brady. Like, man.
See, but when you got speed beats everything. I mean, like you said, you seen like 4 or 5 bombs. Okay, after the first one, the defense should adjust. You should have somebody back there with them. It got to be some type of safety somewhere. But they say that we got one of the best safeties in the game. James Williams out of place plenty of times. You know what I'm saying? Getting bombed too. And I think he ran like a 4.3 or 4.4 when he came out of high school. I mean,
James Williams is not a free safety. That's the problem. He's a
linebacker
in the box safety / linebacker. He's not a guy that you can necessarily trust right now, as a safety. Like,
so who do you blame? Who do you blame?
Backfield.
Who do you blame? Because my whole thing is
I blame the coaches, bro. I blame the coaches.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, man, you gotta get these boys ready, focused for a game like Middle Tennessee. They're not gonna be motivated. You got to make sure that these kids are motivated to play. Some of these players after the game were saying, "Yeah, we weren't really focused on this game. We came in this game thinking we were gonna win." Like, not thinking like, "Oh, this is our last game of our lives" type of thing. And that's the problem. You can't go into a game like Middle Tennessee. They playing this game like it's their Super Bowl, and they played like it. And you got to be ready for a game like this, and if they beat Texas A&M the week before, this was definitely going to happen, this was definitely going to happen because when you win, you definitely like don't take the next opponent seriously.
Absolutely.
They lost Texas A&M, and they still lose to a Middle Tennessee State. You
See, but
think they
it's
would be
being
motivated to
stubborn.
play?
It's being stubborn, like I'm saying. You feel me? Like you're forcing plays to Will Mallory. You're staying in a man defense. And again, Miami, it plays. Remember, I used to love to throw Manny and other individuals under the bus when they play zone. Again, if we know we're a man team, but damn, my team don't got the speed to hang with the wide receivers that they got. You feel me? It's like we going against Waddle and Tyreek Hill. Yo, nah, we're playing zone, and if we're playing man, it's gonna be like cover 2, and we're gonna have somebody up there, to keep the wide receivers honest. It just seemed like we're just so stuck, and we're like, oh, we're gonna just do what we do. This is Miami, and we're gonna win anyway. So I'm gonna play man all game, even though they burning the shit out of us every damn time they get a chance to. Again, like you say, no name players is dominating us. When it comes to Will Mallory, like I told you before, and if you would have said that the last game or before we did the last podcast about TVD saying about the atmosphere, he loves playing in a different atmosphere. So why your garbage ass lost in Texas? Why did you lose? You had the atmosphere that you looking for. You still lost. What are you saying? You feel me? You're just trying to find an excuse and if you didn't want to stay over here, you should have went with Rhett Lashley. Go to Rhett Lashley. Where is he? Yeah, SMU again? Go to SMU. You look like one of those individuals anyway, because it seemed like same thing like last year when we had what was our quarterback last year before TVD became the quarterback. I forgot his name. He injured himself.
Talking about Jalen Williams or N'Kosi Perry?
No, I'm talking about last year before TVD came.
De'Ara King.
Boom, De'Ara King. Nobody was effing with De'Ara King, obviously, because once TVD came in the game, it's just like everybody that was a 1-star became a 5-star, a 4-star, a 3-star. That's exactly what happened when Garcia jumped in the game. Yeah. Those individuals that we known as 5 and 4 stars and got transferred over here to come back to the crib, they start looking better. So what is it, TVD, that you always throw the ball to Restrepo? What is it, TVD, that you're forcing the ball to Will Mallory, even though, like, clearly the DB like that, you throwing it at me? You're like, come on, man, give me this free present. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it is. I don't know if he have that rapport with his team like that. I had seen him, and he had it was on Instagram, so I don't know exactly where it came from, but he was doing a interview. It's just his face on the screen, and he looks like so sad and like scared now. This is not the TVD that I know. The TVD that I know now, you're a big dog, big nuts. You feel me? We gonna win this game. I know we gonna win this game. Right now, he just looked like he don't know the playbook.
Something going on. Something going on with him. I don't know what it is, but something is definitely mentally off with him. I saw this tweet on Twitter that said like, "Oh, Tyler Van Dyke should break up with his girlfriend," and I was like,
What happened? Say that again.
I saw a tweet on Twitter that said, "Oh, Tyler Van Dyke should probably break up with his girlfriend." You know, so this was after the Texas A&M game. And this wasn't even after the Middle Tennessee State game. So I don't know. I feel like, I was in that. It was a Zoom conference press interview, that one that you were talking about, and I thought the same thing. I was like, damn, it looked like he was crying or something like that. like something emotional was going through his head. I hope he's okay. I hope his family's good or whatnot. But it seems like he's going through some kind of mental problem right now. He needs some kind of therapy. He needs to a shoulder crying like Josh Allen. He needs something, because he just didn't look. He hadn't looked himself pretty dog. I mean, he didn't even look good until Xavier Restrepo came back in the game. You know what I'm saying? He was decent against Doom, but everybody does. And Texas A&M, he missed a lot of throws that he should have made. And I think his confidence is just shot right now. And it's unfortunate for him because this is money time, bro. This is money time. Before this season started, you were going to be the third quarterback, maybe fourth quarterback picked in the draft. Now you not be drafted at all. So I hope he can step it up. I trust Garcia though. I trust Jake Garcia to do his thing because I believe he was the better quarterback coming out of college. I mean, high
Thank
school.
you.
He was the
Thank you. I
better
was just about
quarterback
to say
coming out
that
of
to
high
you.
school. And then I do also want to say that if Jake Garcia doesn't get hurt last year,
He's the quarterback.
he probably ends up being the quarterback. And
That's
then
what you said last year when
yeah,
you was at the practice. He was like, "Yo, Wes, TVD and Garcia, they both look good, but I ain't gonna lie though, Garcia look a lot better." You feel what I'm saying? So I'm surprised you didn't say that a long time ago because, like you said, Garcia looked better a long time ago, and I was going off what you were saying. You feel me?
Yeah.
Just the plain fact that when he got injured with that ankle injury and he was out for the year, and then TVD came in, and I'm like, he balling too. I'm like, shit, I don't care as long as we win. You know what I'm saying? But damn, going back to it now and going back to seeing what the players it's like they had a little boost of energy just for him on the field. I don't know if I think really, to be honest with you, behind the scenes, they're giving TVD to him because he was the quarterback last year. But really, when it comes down to Garcia, they're just like, we got to be loyal to the quarterback that got us this praise last year and this, that, and the other. So let's give him a shot, But really, in actuality, they know in their head, the players know, we know, everybody knows. Like Garcia should probably be the actual quarterback.
Yeah, but we're gonna find out this week, and this bye week comes at a great time. There's a bye week coming in this week, and now I think we're actually going to get a quarterback competition. I think this fall, just like you said, that they just gave the starting job to Tyler Van Dyke because he tore it up last season, especially towards the end of last season. So I don't think there was a real competition, but I bet that there really is going to be a competition this week and next week going into the North Carolina game.
Quick question, because you be at the practices, you speak to the players, the coaches, and stuff like that. Do you think we had just a small sample size of TVD, and if he probably was the quarterback the whole season, we probably wouldn't be giving him the praise like we're giving him now, or we giving him this praise because of the being in the shotgun and not really having everybody spread out. So there's going to be individuals always open. Do you think that now that we're in a pro style offense is kind of like showing that TVD probably is not the guy really?
I mean, it's
because you want to go to the league, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm like,
I mean, it's exactly what it's showing, to be honest, and that is the worst thing that could really happen to TVD right now. Not only the fact that you're not playing well, but you're not playing well in a pro style system. So obviously, scouts are going to be looking at that and like, okay, well, he can't really transition to the NFL like we think he can. He can still throw the ball well, but he missed a lot of throws. He's missed way more throws, I feel, this year than all of last year.
Exactly.
And when we
don't even make any sense.
Games, like how's that even possible?
Yes.
So and we're gonna go into tougher games. Yeah, Texas A&M was tough, but we're consistently going to have a tough game every week when we go into ACC play. North Carolina, they ain't got no defense, but they can score. So you have to keep up with their scoring. I mean, they scored 35 or 32 against Notre Dame. They scored 63 against Appalachian State. So they can put up points. Can you keep up with the scoring with them? Because we all seen that the defense is suspect and it will be likely giving up a ton of points. And then you go into teams like Virginia Tech, which has a better defense. Duke has been okay. That's a game that you should win, but so was a game against Tennessee State. then Virginia always gives us problems. That's going to be on the road. They're an average team. And lo and behold, Florida State is undefeated right now and looking like they're actually a team. And they jumped into the top 25 while we got bounced out this week. So the schedule doesn't get any easier. So the Hurricanes have to figure this out, and they have to figure it out quickly because Xavier Shepo's not coming back until another 5 weeks. Kobe George not coming back until another month. Maybe we get Donnie in like a month. Maybe at the end of the year. I'm here. Make do with what you got. And then Tyreek Stevenson got hurt in this game. No details as to how long he's going to be out as of yet. Jalen Knighton hurt his ankle in that last game. That's why you didn't see much of him. You saw mostly Thad in this game. And then Henry Parrish looks like he probably has a concussion, but he'll be back. I would think back for that North Carolina game. Usually you don't miss more than two.
Yeah, they got 2 weeks off, right? Don't they got like 2 weeks before? Yeah, so
we got a bye week, so I'm gonna almost guarantee Henry Parrish is gonna be back for that North Carolina game. So they got to figure it out, man. And it's just and even Coach Cristobal, I don't know if you heard the press conference, he said himself, TVD is not comfortable in this offense.
Repeat that.
Coach Cristobal said himself that he was asked about, what's wrong with TVD. He said he feels like, I'm paraphrasing, but he said he feels like he's not comfortable in this offense. He's not comfortable in the offense. So what does that tell? What does that tell you, Wes? That tells you one, that he feels some kind of way about the offense. That's one thing. Two, he feels like another quarterback probably is more comfortable in this offense. That's what I'm like alluding from what he said. You know what I'm saying?
That's why he was looking the way he was looking at. That's the reason why he was looking the way he was looking at in that Zoom conference that you was in. It's like he knows what the public don't know. He know that Mario Cristobal and the rest of the staff and even the rest of the players is like they want to move on from him. But they want to give him a chance right now. We're in the rebuilding process right now. So Mario Cristobal don't want to have make no headlines, not being behind his quarterback. You know what I'm saying? That's the worst thing. That's just like Brian Flores all over again. You don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? So I really, truly feel like that's exactly what's going to happen for him to go ahead and say what you said. I like playing away because of the atmosphere, the college atmosphere. I see the writing on the wall, what you're trying to do, TVD. You're trying to go ahead and be like, all right, I know I'm going to get pulled eventually, what you did. I'm probably going to go back to my dog, Rhett Lashley at SMU. And let me not cause too much problems, but I'm gonna put the writing on the wall for everybody to go ahead and read it, and I'm reading it definitely loud and clear. Your performance on the damn field is showing. You feel me? Like the other dude said, break up with your girlfriend. I guess you breaking up with the girlfriend, and the girlfriend is the Miami Hurricanes. You gotta break up and gotta go ahead and move on. You feel me? Because I'm sorry, man. You got a lot of people that we were not hoping on the Dolphins to be the way the Dolphins are right now, which is, handling everybody, doing their thing. Like Marcus said, we were talking about the Canes. Everybody's talking about the Canes. Everybody's talking about the Canes is going to win the Coastal. Everybody talking about, oh my God, Mario Cristobal, this, that, and other. And everything was looking decent besides you and the receivers. I'm over here clowning the receivers, and I'm like, damn, Lassen, your ass needed to transfer somewhere else. All these other individuals. But it seemed like you're the problem because you take the head and the body fall. So if the person that's touching the ball every play, Hart is not even here anymore because he can't get with the pro-style offense. He's going to take the rest with us, and that's down in the grave. Mario Cristobal, he already know. Mario Cristobal, he didn't wait another game. He did it that game. showing him like, yo, it's all good. We probably gonna lose this game, but I'm showing you like, yo, it's time to move on. People are questioning, oh, who's gonna be the quarterback? We know who's gonna be the damn quarterback. Who should be the quarterback?
Yeah, we know who
I think it should be Garcia.
I think it should be Garcia too, but I don't know if it will be. We'll see. We'll see. I think there's a high possibility that TVD starts that next game,
Or at
but
least
he's going to be pulled quicker though. Like if
yes.
he starts messing it up, it's going to be like automatic. You know,
Yes.
I think if he starts messing up, because if he starts off slow again in that first quarter against North Carolina and North Carolina scores, which I think they will against us, it's going to be another nightmare at Hard Rock Stadium. So hopefully they have a true competition. You know what I really wish was happening though? I really wish the third quarterback, Jakari Brown, I wish he was the guy. Because this is something that my guy Frank Tucker was talking about on the Storm Tracker podcast, was that when's the last time we had a dual threat quarterback? Like a real dual threat quarterback, bro. Like a real one that struck fear in the hearts of defenses. Can you
Some
really
gonna say De'Aaron King. Some gonna say De'Aaron King, but De'Aaron King was a raw receiver at first that became a quarterback. So
yeah, I mean, I guess I could give you that, but
you can't throw like that.
Derek King, yeah, he was a subpar thrower of the football. You know, I want to see somebody who is literally a dual threat, like good at both areas.
Like Josh Allen.
Yeah, like a Josh Allen or like a Bryce Young at Alabama or Lamar Jackson. Yeah, so a player like that. And Jakari Brown is supposed to be that guy. From what I hear, he's not there yet as far as throwing the ball. But we've seen him in spring, and we saw what he could do in spring with his legs, and we like, oh, this guy is super athletic running the ball. All he needs to do is really figure it out throwing it.
See, but do you really want another Malik Rozier right now? Because remember, Malik Rozier, he could barely throw the damn ball, but he could run that damn thing. But
but how many games did we win that year with Malik Rozier?
He did.
More games than the early 2000s, you know? So
got me there.
Hey, so I mean, I don't know, man. Like since we're in a situation where, like, I don't know. I still trust Jake Garcia right now. I'm out on TVD for now. I mean, hopefully he, breaks up with his girlfriend or fixes whatever he's got going on mentally. And then we see the TVD of last year. Or Jake Garcia is that guy that was recruited out of high school, won a state championship for a Georgia school in Grayson. And he's the thing about Jake Garcia too, he's got two things going for him. His last name he's got a Hispanic last name. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And when you talk to him, he's got swag to him, he's got a swag to him. And you can tell like the players from Miami, they mess with him. I saw Jake Garcia, James Williams, Leonard Taylor, and Romello Brinson at a game at American Heritage maybe a year ago. And he was just there vibing with him. And you could tell he was just there vibing with him.
Where was TVD?
My point. That's my point. Like Jake Garcia is the one that was out there at a Heritage High School game chilling with them. And when I took a picture, he threw up the 305.
Oh, you got to give us that picture, boy.
I posted that was like a while ago. I posted it on Twitter a while ago. But yeah, he put up the 305. But I'll send that picture to Chris so he can post this on the recording. But yeah, so that's the other thing about Garcia. He's got the swag. I feel like the players really kind of respond to him, and I wouldn't be mad at all if he ends up starting against North Carolina in about 2 weeks.
Okay.
So
I
That's all I
mean,
gotta say about the Hurricanes. I was big mad on Saturday, bro. I was big mad. I was stunned. I was just in a different world. And then when I'm in the press box, I try to be as professional as possible. But as soon as I get out, I call wifey, and unfortunately, wifey, she gets the brunt of my vent. you know, I had to go off on her about how the Hurricanes were so terrible on Saturday, and yeah, man, it was just an unfortunate day for the Miami Hurricanes once again. I felt like we were back in the Manny Diaz era.
yeah, boy. I mean, for me, I was like thinking, I was like, we should do a podcast, with you in the car and you talk, you feel me? But I think it's a good thing that we didn't do a podcast immediately after because, like, I would have just probably been cursing the whole damn time. I
Yeah.
was pissed off. Like, I couldn't sleep right. Like, I really couldn't sleep right. And I woke up in the morning, but I felt good because I'm like, down the Dolphins. I ain't gonna lie, didn't sleep right. That shit, like, it irking my nerves. Like, yo, wake up, and I'm like, all you can see is a bomb, 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 bomb. But
Yeah, yeah.
hey, it is what it is, man.
The Dolphins game, knowing that the Dolphins game was the next day was the only thing to keep my spirits up.
Definitely,
Like I was
definitely.
like, oh, but whatever, we got the Dolphins game tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't even gonna be if we ended up losing that game yesterday. I probably wasn't even really gonna be mad because you playing against the Buffalo Bills, one of the best teams in the AFC. If they ended up losing that game, I would have still held my head up high because I would be like, damn, we went toe to toe with this team, and we pulled it out, pulled that thing out at the end because of their tomfoolery, because of Josh Allen, you know, see, sometimes it's the gift and the curse, you know what I'm saying? He thinks he could run. He ran for a little bit, tossed the ball out to his receiver, but we tackled him in bounds, man. That was the greatest tackle to tackle him in bounds, and then they run out.
My least.
They run out of time, man. It was awesome, but yeah,
Perfect.
Hurricanes got a lot of work to do. Got a lot of work to do, or it's
I
gonna
don't think it, I don't think it's that much work. I just think it's a decision that need to be made, and that's Garcia. You got a good quarterback, my boy.
yeah.
But let's go
And
ahead.
just so you know, man, I think I told y'all like Tyler Williams was gonna be the wide receiver to commit to Miami tomorrow. This is his commitment date. From what I'm hearing, though, because of the outcome, he was at the game. I saw him, took a picture, talked to him. Um, but after the game, I'm hearing it's a no go based on what happened. He felt like it was an embarrassing type of loss, and because of that loss, he's not committing to Miami. He will be committing to Georgia. Highly likely, he's committing to Georgia instead of Miami.
He probably want to change his damn date. Tell him to change his date. You feel me? Give us a chance to put Garcia in there and be like, yo, don't commit yet.
Yeah.
Change the date. Because we don't got another. We got another week off. Like, change the date. It's no rush. It's no rush. Just change the date. You feel me? Give us another chance to do what we need to do. Prove ourselves.
Yeah, I did hear from most of the commits though that they still solid. However, I am hearing things about Malik Bryant, and that he's not too happy with how things are going, with them. That's what I'm hearing. It could be just a rumor, but all the other commits I feel are still really solid, including Ray, Frankie Tinalau, Francis Malgoa. These kids are still staying solid even with that embarrassing loss.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, hey, it is what it is. Now let's go ahead and try to transition back into the NFL and get a few quick picks in. Of course, we already spoke on the Dolphins. I mean, I want to talk about the Bills and the Ravens. Really don't really want to talk about it.
Let me tell you too, man. Fucking lost in the suicide pool, bro. Me and wifey went down last night, but fortunately for us, but this was the last buyback week, so we can buy back and we can still play and live to see another day. But we lost with Kansas City Chiefs. That's wifey picked Kansas City to beat the Colts, and they lost. bastards.
I don't know how they did
And
that.
then I picked Tampa Bay, bro. I picked Tampa Bay to beat the Packers, and they couldn't make the 2-point conversion to tie it late, so I lost that one. It was a lot of tough games to kind of pick because it wasn't really a game that kind of stood out like, oh, okay, this team's gonna win.
Yeah, I mean, when we were doing our quick picks, we only went on Tampa Bay versus Green Bay because everything else was kind of trash. But I didn't know that all his receivers was not going to play. Julio Jones, Evans. I didn't know everybody was going to be like, oh.
Me too. I didn't know Mike Evans was suspended. You know, Julio Jones didn't play. He was out there playing with Cole Beasley, Russell Gage. So yeah, it was an unfortunate outcome for me. We'll be back next week. We buying back in.
But yeah, I think the Ravens versus the Bills is going to be a real good game. I think Lamar going to go ahead and keep doing what he's doing. Of course, you know he's trying to get that contract. You were saying something, Marcus? Yeah, I think
about 3.5.
You said what? 3.5.
Bills by 3.5. Bills are favored by 3.5.
Okay, they favored by 3.5. I think the Bills gonna go ahead and win this game, one. Because they need a bounce back after a loss like this. You know, they lost because they couldn't manage their time. They couldn't manage their time. They couldn't capitalize on certain situations they were placed in. And I think that they're going to go ahead and do their thing to Baltimore in their secondary. I mean, you know, Stephon Diggs is going to eat that damn defense up. I mean, you still got two young corners that's playing for the Baltimore Ravens. And, I mean, we had X-Men on Stephon Diggs, and he still was doing his thing, like you said. So, I don't see any difference when it comes to the actual Bills and Josh Allen getting his receivers the numbers. One thing I will say is Josh Allen's going to be running some people over. He will be trying to take that shine as far as from Lamar Jackson when it comes to who is the best running quarterback. I say Lamar Jackson because he got the speed and everything. But when you got speed and the actual power behind it, a lot of people are going to go ahead and say him.
Nah, man, it's Lamar Jackson.
Of course. Look, I know it's Lamar Jackson, but some people are going to say I'd rather him because I don't need to worry about him getting injured. He's built like a linebacker. Lamar Jackson isn't. Lamar Jackson's finesses. Lamar Jackson does a whole lot of things that nobody else can actually do. Typically me, I would go ahead and go with Lamar because, I mean, he could throw the ball accurately. I mean, he got a different throwing motion, and I like the way it be looking when he be throwing it for me. But, yeah, it's not too much for me to say about this game, and I ain't going to try to stay on this game too much. I think that the Bills going to go ahead and win this game 24-21. Matter of fact, let me change that. The Bills going to go ahead and win this game 32-28.
Okay. All right. Bills and Ravens. Yeah, see, it's hard for me to pick the Ravens because they just got picked apart by our Miami Dolphins so badly. It's hard to imagine that Stephon Diggs is not going to eat in this game when he ate against us. So, yeah, I think Diggs is going to have another day. I think Singletary and Moss and those boys are going to get going. I think it's going to be a very, very entertaining game. I actually want Lamar Jackson to win, of course. We want them to beat the Buffalo Bills because they're in our division. But I just feel like their defensive back is sus. You know, I just don't trust them, and I trust Josh Allen and Diggs more. You know.
Of course, I mean, Stephon Diggs been balling since he came from Minnesota. So, you know, I don't expect anything else. I love the way they gave him all that money and put all that money behind their actual, wide receiver. But for me, I'm like, hey, it's gonna be a good game. I'll watch the game. I don't really care who get injured. I don't care who really win. I just want it to be a good game. I'll watch it. Because obviously the Dolphins are going to be playing on Thursday. So when they do play on Sunday, I want to watch somebody. And I think that's going to be the game that I'll go ahead and watch. And hopefully when you buy back in, you don't get kicked out in your pool again. You know what I mean? But yeah, I definitely think that the Buffalo Bills going to go ahead and win this game.
What else we got though?
We got what else? As far as like a good game, I think the Eagles versus the Jaguars. I mean, you seen Sunshine, he doing his thing, man. You seen what he just did to your dog, Herbert? Oh my God. Yes.
Did Herbert play in that game?
Yes, he played. Yes, he played. Yeah, he played with them ribs, and he looked exactly like Tua was looking last year when he was injured. He didn't look that great. So for me, I think this is gonna be a good game because like Philly's just balling right now. Philly looking hella crazy with that quarterback after him. And damn, ain't that the quarterback that Tua took the job from? Shit, hold up. It is the quarterback Tua took the job from. Oh, is that the quarterback that they pulled him like TVD and put Garcia in and put Tua in the game and he won a national championship? Oh my God, what is going on over here?
What is going on? If that ends up being the Super Bowl, that'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy even thinking about the Dolphins going to the Super Bowl. You know, like it's a real thing. It's a real thing that can happen because right now, only undefeated teams left in the league are the Dolphins, the Philadelphia Eagles, and the Giants, who play tonight. So we'll see if they beat the Cowboys. But yeah, those are your only undefeated teams right now. So it could be a Giants Dolphins on Super Bowl. Who knows? Nah, that ain't gonna happen. Giants ain't that good.
Press ain't that good. Yeah, you hear that? What's his name? He wanna the dude. Damn, I forgot his name right now. He gonna talk shit to me. He gonna talk shit to me. Gene. You know his team's the Giants.
Yeah. So, but what other games we got?
I mean, you got the Rams versus the 49ers. You got the Bucks versus the Chiefs. You got the Patriots versus
Bucks versus Chiefs is a good game.
Yeah, the Bucks versus the Chiefs is supposedly
baby goat against the goat.
Supposedly, I mean, if I don't know yet because I need to know if his receivers is playing. If Tom Shady don't have his receivers, then he ain't gonna be able to do nothing with them. He ain't. Yeah. I mean, I think the Bucks gonna go ahead and win this game still, because I know Patrick Mahomes is missing Tyreek. He's missing the cheetah. You just lost. You must miss him.
Yeah.
Don't worry. I'm taking your girl out to dinner. We going to the spa. We doing all type of shit. KC. You feel me? Like cheetah. Yeah. What you want? You want Salt Bay? What you want? You want a massage? You want a facial? What you want? That's what the Dolphins is doing for Tyreek Hill. We're showing you how you were supposed to treat your girlfriend before she left you.
Nah, we do. So yeah, you think Bucks gonna beat them?
Yeah, I think the Bucks gonna win. It's gonna be a close game. I'll say the Bucks gonna win by. I would say a field goal. I would say a touchdown. But I want to say touchdown because I know Tom Brady normally has that in him, those game-winning touchdown drives. So I would say that the actual Bucks gonna win 28-21.
I feel some kind of way about both of these teams because both of these teams messed me up this week. You know, I picked the Bucks and the Chiefs. Don't pick them. You know, like I'm not liking either one of these teams right now, and they both look suspect last Sunday. You know, against the Colts and the Packers. So I don't know, man. I'll go with the Tampa Bay Bucks just because I feel like they got the better defense. So I think they win kind of a close mid-scoring type of game. I would say 27-23. Bucks win.
Okay. Yeah, we gotta see if there's actually a game because there's a hurricane coming Thursday that might hit Tampa on what is it, like maybe Wednesday morning or Thursday morning. So, and they're supposed to be playing at Tampa. So, we'll see what happens with that.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with all of high school football for me too, because it might shut down the entire state. We'll see. I mean, as long as like if it's a category 3 or lower, you know how we do here in South Florida. We don't care. We only raise our eyebrows a little bit if it's a category 4 or higher.
Yep,
You
yep.
know,
Everything else is a tropical storm.
right? Exactly. You know.
I think it might. I think it might be trending to a 4.
Yeah.
Mm.
As long as it don't hit Miami, I don't care. Hit somewhere else. You feel me? I'm devastated from Katrina. I'm devastated. But did Katrina hit us?
Katrina did hit us, but it was not as strong. It was like a category 1 when it hit
No
us.
matter of fact, it's not
I
Katrina. It
drove
was
through
Wilma.
Katrina.
It was Wilma. I'm devastated with Wilma that just sat on us for like 6, 7, 8 hours.
Yeah, Wilma was a bitch for real.
You know what I'm saying? That and Hurricane Andrew. If it ain't that, I ain't really worried about it, man. And I think Wilma was not even that strong of a hurricane. It just sat on us all day and night. You know, it didn't want to go nowhere. It's like, damn, boy, I love the beaches. I love the weather. Damn, look at those women over there that they got in Dade County. Let me just sit my ass over here and destroy everything that I see.
Yeah. So hopefully it doesn't hit us. We'll see. We'll see how it all goes down. But hey, everybody be safe out there.
Definitely.
Yeah. So let's go on. That's gonna wrap it up.
Yeah, that's going to wrap this episode of the MarcWes Sports Podcast. You could go ahead and follow Marcus on canescounty.com.
Yes,
you
sir.
know, all those platforms that he on: Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, the Benjamin Report. You know, you can follow me on MarcWes Sports on Instagram. That's me, Marcus, and Chris on Instagram. And until the next episode.
Peace. Go Dolphins.
I already know. Okay.